Hello, welcome to another Tech Wednesday presentation. Today we're going to talk about flipping your classroom using Lync. Flipping the classroom, as you probably already know, is taking content that you would normally provide during class time, recording that content, posting that content so that students can see that content at home, and you can use your class time for other activities, more one-to-one centered activities with your students. So today we're going to show you 6 easy steps to creating your own flipped classroom video using Microsoft Lync. The first step is creating a Meet Now. So basically what a Meet Now is, it's just a meeting with yourself. It can also be with someone else. If you'd like to invite a colleague to do a flipped classroom video together, you can invite them to the meeting, and it can be with 2 or 3 or 4 people. But most often, people will use the Meet Now by themselves. And by the way, that's how I'm making this video today, is using the Meet Now feature and recording in Lync, just like you would when you want to flip your classroom. So you select Meet Now from the Settings menu, and that's the little triangle next to the wheel, as you can see in the first picture on the left. Click that down, and you'll be able to select Meet Now. Once you do, you'll see a pop-up, and it will start what's called a group conversation. You can see that as soon as it pops up, it'll say group conversation. That's basically a meeting. So that is your Meet Now. That is basically your place, your web place that you're going to use to create your flipped classroom. In that place, you can share things, which we'll talk about in a minute. This is what you're going to use to record with. This is kind of like your web session that will create your video. So if you want to invite somebody, you can use the People Picker menu, which are the 2 little people there in the group conversation window, and you can invite them by name. So if they're already in your Lync contacts list, they'll pop up to the top. You can type a few characters of their name, and their name should appear. Once you do that, you'll see them in your group conversation. They'll be listed as somebody that's part of that meeting, and you can do things together. Second thing you want to do, if you're going to share things with your students, web page, PowerPoint, anything like that, a program that you want to run, you can get all that set up before you start recording, and I would suggest that you do that. And that's, in Lync, it's called the stage. So the stage is the big area, as you can see on this video, where the slides are, my slides, that's the stage. So if you want to share a web page, you would go to the menu and select Program. First of all, you would open the web page first and have it available for you to select. So if you're going to a site, you're going to Study Island or wherever, you're going to open that first in the browser and then minimize it and have that waiting. And then you would select Program from the Share menu and select Internet Explorer or Firefox, whatever you're using for the browser, and say share this particular page. Now you can share your desktop, and if you're doing a lot of switching back and forth between content, you might want to do that. However, when it says share the desktop, it means everything on the desktop. So if you have Lync IMs coming with the little toast popping in the lower right hand of the screen, or if you have your Outlook set to alert you on new messages, they'll see all those pop-ups. So they will see literally everything on your desktop. So you should use that with caution, especially if you're going to, allow people to control or anything like that. But most often people will select the programs that they want to use for content, and they'll just select those. The other thing you can do is you can select a PowerPoint presentation, which is what I'm doing now in creating this video. You would just select that from the menu, and it'll take you to, the folders and drives that are on your machine, and you would just find the PowerPoint that you want to share, and it will prepare it and put it on the stage. Third step is optional. You can turn on your webcam. If you want the class to see you as you present, you can click on that video little menu there in the group conversation, and that will turn on your webcam. You'll see starting webcam, and you will see your image pop down into the area underneath the names in the Meet Now. So in that lower white space, you'll see your webcam pop up in there. And if you have others involved in your meeting, their webcams will also pop up. And what you'll find is if you're presenting with more than one person, whoever's speaking, and it takes a few seconds for Lync to figure that out, but whoever's speaking, that image will pop into the webcam, into the video space for all the participants. If you want to use the built-in microphone on your laptop for this, you certainly can, or you can use any type of headset, USB or the two-plug type analog headset. They work just fine, and that's how you can do your audio. Step 4 is to start recording. You want to make sure that everything is all set before you do this. So you've got your stage set. If you want to have your webcam on, you've got the people invited, you've got your content ready to go, and then you can start your recording. To do this, you go to the options menu, which is the 2 right-hand arrows next to the paperclip in the group conversation window, and you select Start Recording. If at any time you need to just take a break or pause, you go back to that same menu and you select Pause Recording. Okay? If you select Stop Recording, it will complete the file. So you don't want to do that until the end, and we'll talk about that in the next slide. But to start, just go to that options menu next to the paperclip, select Start, and if you need to take a break, do that same thing and select Pause. Step 5, stop recording. Only do this at the end, because when you select Stop Recording, Lync thinks you are done, and it will now assume that you want to create the file, so you can't go back. Okay? So if you need to take a break, as we said before, select Pause Recording. But once you're finished, go to that same menu, it's the Options menu, 2 right-hand arrows next to the paperclip, and select Stop Recording. Last step. Create the video file. As it says here, the good news is that Lync does this for you. Okay? Once you stop recording, you'll see the dialog box below. And you can give it a title, whatever you want to call it. If you're doing multiples of these, you may want to use some sort of date code or subject, area. This is the one on quadratic equations, or whatever you would like to title it. You can put that at the top. It's very important to also make sure that the checkbox underneath the word Publish and next to Also Create a Version is checked, because that is what's going to actually create the file that you will post wherever you're going to post this. Okay, that's really, really important. Underneath that is, where are you going to save the file? Okay, the default place that Lync saves files is in the local C drive of the machine. If you're connected, to your network and you have your H drive or whatever, I would suggest saving it in the H drive, because then that data is backed up. So you'll just click the Browse button, find your H drive, and save this video there. Okay. Now, the longer your presentation is, the longer it takes to create this file. So it will take several minutes. If you do a presentation that's 15, 20 minutes, it will take several minutes while it decodes the Lync version of this and makes a Windows Media version for publishing. So just set it and forget it. Just say okay, wait, go back, or go away and come back in a few minutes, and it'll be done. I would not suggest doing other things while the file is being created, as it will slow down the process for you. Once you're finished, you have the video file saved in your H drive, and now you can publish it in whatever website that you use. And that's it. You've now created a flipped classroom video using Lync. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please contact your Connect team member. Thanks.